This is an open letter to my teenage self. I saw this tag get started on a couple of channels earlier this week, and I wanted to make my own entry in this new tag. Let's start things off on a positive note. You're a teenager right now, and there are a lot of things that you're doing right. Chief among them is being deliberate in who you befriend. The thing is, your friends have the ability to either enrich your life or to make your life worse. And you do a pretty good job of finding the people who are going to be there for you and who are going to, through their own examples, push you to be the best person that you can be. And that's really the best thing that you can ask for in a circle of friends, so good job on that. On the flip side, you take way too long to get to know people. You should not be taking a year to get to know coworkers or classmates. That just ends up being time wasted that you could otherwise have spent being friends with these people who are going to be wonderful influences on your life. Speaking of people who are going to be a wonderful influence on your life, you are going to have the best wife in the world. And are you ready for this? She's going to be the best friend of the girl you currently have a crush on, and you don't even know that. It seems like your relationship with Claire is the result of every decision that you've made in your life, right or wrong, leading up until the moment that the whole thing kicks off. And this is how deep it goes. It goes all the way back to deciding to become friends with Jerry Melliker in 6th grade. Without your becoming friends with Jerry Melliker then, you don't have the moment 7 years later where Jerry mentions you in an email to Claire, and that kicks off years of friendship that leads to that one defining moment when you put it all on the line and ask her to go out with you. I know it's not going to dissipate any of the feelings of anxiety that you have surrounding girls right now at all, but just know that it's all going to work out in the end. One thing that you spend a lot of time doing is attempting to prove that your intelligence doesn't set you apart from everyone else, while at the same time attempting to demonstrate that you have a unique intelligence that sets you apart from everyone else. And guess what? Both of them are a waste of time. Nobody cares. You're going to make it through adolescence with your skin generally intact. That is awesome. However, you are a subpar shaver, and that is going to wreak havoc on your skin. What you should do is just ask your dad how to shave. This is one of the things that you're worse at right now and will become better at, is being able to acknowledge a weakness and ask for help. Honestly, it's a great relief to be able to say, I don't know. And the thing about acknowledging your weaknesses is that once you acknowledge them, then you can either work on overcoming them or asking somebody for help with them. And either way, acknowledging that weakness leads to you becoming a stronger person. So your voice is not going to change. It's not. You're stuck with it. The sad thing is, it's going to take you 20 years to finally accept and embrace your voice. And that is sad. Nobody should spend most of their life feeling any sort of anxiety about any essential part of their being, whether it is part of their body or their personality or what have you. Again, it's just time wasted. And the truth is, your voice is one of the best tools that you have. It sets you apart. When people hear it, they remember it. And when you get excited about something, the passion that you feel for the weirdest things becomes contagious to the people around you. And that's all on the strength of your voice. So it's pretty awesome. And kind of what most of what I've talked about so far leads up to is you're going to realize eventually that no one cares. No one cares at all about the things that you do or that you're interested in or whatever. Basically, you care and you project those feelings onto other people, and then it gets reflected back at you, this energy that makes you feel just awful. Here's the thing. people will people will stipulate to anything that you put out there. So just put yourself out there, because the things that you feel might be lame to other people or might make you lame to other people, they don't know that those things are supposed to do that, for the most part. Like, as long as you're not doing something that harms other people, nobody cares if you have an interest in wrestling and video games and comic books and all those things that are deemed geeky. Either they're going to share those interests, or they're just going to ignore them. But for the most part, nobody's going to look down on you because of something that you're interested in, or that you believe in, or anything like that. So just be yourself. Anytime somebody tries to give advice to a young person, the advice is to just be yourself. And you know what? It's the right advice, and it's so hard to do that when you're a teenager. And it's because you're every day in the middle of this crucible, scores and scores of other kids around you every single day. There's this intensity to it all, because you don't yet understand that most of those people are going to be gone, and 10 years from now, 20 years from now, the people who are still around will be those people that I mentioned earlier that you became friends with, and who just accepted you for who you were. So I understand that you may not be able to take all of this advice to heart, but I hope that it just gets lodged in there somewhere, so that when the time comes for you to be able to take advantage of some of these ideas, you will already have them there to act on. So that's it.